Good morning, Pat. It's Ellen, and this is your morning yoga class. So let's just have you start out by taking your feet hip distance apart and slowly just taking some hip circles, waking up from any stiffness that you might have this morning, taking it the other direction. This is just slow and easy, moving back and forth. Let your shoulders move the way they want to with your hips. Maybe a little loop here, swaying, swinging. Let your arms come into it. And then we're just going to turn from side to side, letting your arms swing side to side. Begin to notice your breath, taking some deep breaths and making sure you exhale the air out. When you fully exhale, your body will instantly and automatically take in a deeper breath. That's why we re-oxygenate ourselves in the morning. Continuing to sway, letting your hands just pop to your sides and your back, letting your hips move. If you bend your knees, this is going to be easier. And coming out of that, then slowly rolling one shoulder back, the other shoulder, alternating shoulders rolling back. And if you remember, we talked about rolling shoulders back because so often in our work, driving, watching TV, reading, we actually rolled our shoulders forward. So in yoga, what we're going to do is roll them back, opening through the front of the chest, across the collarbone. You can even do the arm movement I'm doing to feel your chest and your arms opening up. And that actually takes us up into the neck. So very gently stretching a little bit to your right side here. And then taking that over to the left side. Very gently, you don't have to let your head drop all the way. You're just stretching to the place where you feel a tight spot. When you feel a tight spot, you can stop there and just rock back and forth into that a little bit. This is rocking. This is pivoting or turning your head. Really work out some of those tight spots. And a gentle circle one way and then to the other way. Always to one side and then to the other. So bend your knees a little bit now. You're still hip distance apart. Your toes are pointed straight forward, Pat, and your hips are forward also. Your bottom goes out a little bit over your heels. So there's a nice strong pose here. Take a big breath in, and as you inhale, raise your arms up, 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 and exhale down. Let's do that 3 more times. So inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. So now we're going to do a little tapping and patting just to continue the wake up. And I'm making a loose fist here that when you tap yourself, you get a little popping sound. So I'm going to start with the right leg and move up. Same with the left leg, move up. So starting here and just popping, get the front of the leg and the back of the leg. I'm moving to the back now. When I come to my knee joint, I'm just going to pop around it because the tendons for your muscles connect all the way around a big joint like your knee joint. And up into that upper leg. You can pop a little harder onto the back of the leg. There's some deep, thick muscles there. Switch to the left leg now. Same thing, circle your knee a little bit. Right above the knee or where your quads attach. That's a good place. Up the leg. Back of the leg. And get these side areas right up along the side. And then you're going to want to take a nice pop onto your gluteus. Big strong muscle you use it climbing stairs, walking. It's good to wake up these muscles. Strong glutes help protect your back. You can do a little pop here on your kidneys, lower back. That usually feels good. And very gentle belly, and you can smooth your belly. Belly always goes clockwise. Clockwise. It's fun to do this on camera, it's different. And you start with your belly button. You can take a circle out, widening, widening. This follows the direction of your digestion. And tapping a little bit up here. You're taking your fingertips now. You'll feel a little thunking along your sternum, your collarbone. This often feels actually sort of comforting. And open fist again. Up your arms. You can always customize this to what feels good to you. You might discover that you tend to be tight on your forearms right here, or maybe it feels good on the back of your arms. Whatever needs to be woken up. Just making sure that you cover the ground, a little contact in each place. And pat the back of your shoulder. Try that one. And then fingertips again, jaw, and to your skull. A little more gentle here. Here's your cheekbones, right under the orbit of the eye. Back down to the jaw. So, from the tapping, let's begin to shake that out. Got a little bit of energy moving in your body, and just see if you can let your arms dangle. Shaking, shaking, and feet at a comfortable distance apart, toes forward. Inhale up and shake the breath down onto your heels. I'm on my toes right now, and when I exhale, I'm going to bounce on my heels. So inhale up, exhale. It's almost as if you're taking the breath down and packing it down as you shake. Let's try it 2 more times. Pat, you're going to take a wider stance now. Your feet are still pointed forward. Now you're going to turn that right toe out, but the hips stay forward. The left foot, the big toe turns in a little bit. That protects this hip and your knee. And whenever you do any sort of turn out or turn in, you want to make sure that your knees are going to track over your toes and not to one side or the other. So thinking about these 2 joints, the ankle and your knee, as a hinge, okay? A hinge only opens one way. So we're going to protect our joints that way. Inhale and arms out. Your right fingers are pointing out over that right toe. And you're going to inhale and exhale, bending from this hip. Your left hip will come out a little bit, but you're making a nice clean bend. Both legs are still straight. Maybe a little gentle knee bend. And as you come over your right knee, try to keep the front of your body open. It may feel like it wants to do this, and if you can, try over time to rotate that out. So you're opening across here and opening across your chest. This arm can rest down. It can rest against your leg or your lower leg. And depending on where you're comfortable, this arm can rest or it can extend up. Your eyes can focus down to help with your balance, can focus forward. And when you're really ready with your breath and your balance, you're going to turn your head up to look at your left hand. And you'll find that when you do that, Whoopsie. There's my balance. Your left shoulder will open up even more.
Where are you going to walk to?
But you'll find that this changes from day to day, what feels right. And the important thing is to find the version of the pose where you will stay breathing, where you're challenged at an edge to keep your balance, but not so much that you're going to tip over or feel wobbly. And to come out of the pose, let's do this with an inhale. And as you inhale, you raise that left arm just up a little bit. Imagine you're pulling yourself up, lifting out of the pose, staying open across here. And let's reverse our feet. So the right foot turns in a little bit, pigeon-toed. That left foot turns out. We adjust our hips to face forward, and arms come out. The left fingers extend out over those left toes. Inhale, once again, bending from that hip and opening across your shoulders. Find the comfortable place for your balance here, feeling stable. And once you find the pose that is comfortable for you to breathe in and hold, adjust your eyes to hold your balance. The eyes and the breath are the focus of balance. So you can look forward and eventually breathing, finding your fingers all the way up there. Taking a couple breaths in each part of the pose. And then when you're ready to come out on an inhale, reaching that top arm up, letting it lengthen the side of your body, coming back towards center. And now what you're going to do is go scoot those feet in a little bit. We're going to do the squat for the lower back. We're really going to stretch out these lower back muscles that get tight from sitting. And the easiest way to do the squat is to take what you might consider a dancer's pose, a little bit farther than hip distance apart with your feet turned out. And finding the stable place for you. Stable place is where you're going to come down on your knees, bringing your bottom out behind you, and see if you can begin to sink down. First place would just be to start here. See if you're comfortable. When you're ready, you're going to lower your bottom down. I have my knees far apart. I have my feet turned out. This is a good place to start. If you can do this from this position, try to take your elbow tucked inside your knee. And now what I can do is actually I push out with my elbow as I push in with my knee. That's resistance. So the two resist against each other. My hands come together in prayer pose. You might remember that once you've mastered this part of the pose, what you're going to do to make this more difficult and to add more stretch to your lower back as you go along is to bring your toes in and your knees closer together. And this will allow you to extend, as you can see, your spine up even farther. And once you find the pose, once you find the place where you can breathe and you're holding good form, you hold it. And you try to find a focus with your eyes and a comfortable place in your body where you're aware of the pose. You soften on the inside. Try to find a place where this is something that you can rest into rather than to be rigid. And always you'll make the effort to move upward by inhaling up, bend those knees, lower your head down, and now we're just going to roll up into a standing posture. And reach out and around. Take a big breath up, reach up. Exhale out. And taking your own hands to your own heart. Go ahead. Take a breath in once. Close your eyes. And as you exhale, let go of any effort. You've done a wonderful session of movement, connecting to your body. Bow your head to your own heart. And namaste.